Boom. Okay, guys. Mama, there goes that man. Oblique Kick Anto. Welcome back. 2025. Second card, second Saturday of the year. Let's go, baby. Okay. We're in the Intuit Dome, Inglewood, California. UFC 311. Early prelim start at 6 p.m. Prelim start at 8, and the main card is going to start at 10 p.m. Saturday, January 18th. No sponsor shout out because no sponsor for right now. No winnings, no autographs. Right to the business. 10 toes down, standing on business. UFC 311. Flyweight division. Ulanbekov, who was 4-1 in his last 5, 15-2, a minus 315 favorite, versus Carpenter, 5-0, plus 265, 8-0 in his record. And I actually have Ulanbekov by sub on that one, just experience, everything like that, plus strength of schedule and things like that. So Ulanbekov by sub in the flyweight division, which is going to move us to the bantamweight division. One of my personal favorite prospects, Ricky Tercios, who is 13-4, 4-1 in the last 5, versus Sopaj, who is 11-3, 4-1 in his last 5, minus 295 favorite for Sopaj, plus 250 dog for Tercios. I actually have Ricky Tercios taking that by decision. Dude, Ricky's chin, his heart, his technique, he doesn't waste a lot of movement. He's forward. Like, he will wear you down. So if Sopaj can't finish him, it's going to be a 3-round decision for Tercios. Tercios doesn't go away. I've watched Tercios since he's got here. Like, once he gets his game and his skills perfected, he's going to be a problem in the bantamweight division. Mark my words. Okay. Next fight, also bantamweight division, is going to be Nakamura. He's 9-0, 5-0 his last 5. He is actually a minus 505 favorites. There are some tremendously one-sided bouts on this card, so be prepped for that. And like I say, I don't really get into the gambling picks and stuff like that, but if you feel like I did well on my last picks for the last card, like if you feel like you could trust me with your money, don't put that on me, dude. That's strictly on you. Fuck your parlay. So you got Nakamura versus Gafurov, plus 390 for Gafurov. 19-6, 3-2 in his last 5. I actually have Nakamura by decision on that. Nakamura's skilled, but a lot of his fights are going to decision. I don't know if it's just the opponent or what, but he's a decision guy. So I have that by decision, which is going to move us into the women's bantamweight division, which is going to be Carlo Hosa, 18-6, who is a minus 245 favorite. I think it was 4-1 her last 5, versus Eileen Perez, 11-2. 4-1 in the last 5, plus 210 dog for Perez. Actually have Hosas by decision, good hands, scramble defense. I do not think we will see Perez twerking at UFC 311. If we do, kudos for us. If not, oh well. Moving. Another person I'm watching in the middleweight division, Zach Reese, 8-1, 4-1 in the last 5, a plus 180 dog. Taking on Bekov, who is plus 250, plus minus 215 favorite, 18-3, 5-0 in the last 5. I actually have Reese by TKO for the upset there. Zach Reese is just all heart and chin. He doesn't quit on himself, and he will tire you out taking shots to give shots. So if they're not prepared for that, or if they're not a sniper and just can find his chin or get him finished on the ground, it's going to be a 3 where it's going to be 15 minutes of everything you got. And if it goes to decision, I have Reese by decision because he doesn't quit on himself. But I do have Reese by TKO on that one. He will drown you with hands, which is going to move us right into the lightweight division. Another person, people's favorites right now, Grant Dawson. He's a minus 250 favorite. Like I said, if you see me go to the right this time, I'm looking at the notes because this is a really long card, you guys, so bear with me. Like, it's going to be Grant Dawson, 22-2, 4-1 in the last 5. A lot of people remember the ones Bobby Green with that vicious KO. Versus Diego Fajeda, 19-5, 2-3 in the last 5, a plus 215 dog for Fajeda, minus 250 favorite for Dawson. I actually have I have Diego Fajeda pulling off the upset on that one. So I have Dawson getting caught for the TKO against Fajeda because Diego is sharp and he's crisp. So Now, Diego has been beaten by Gillespie, things like that, but he has caught people like Michael Johnson and stuff. So I actually have Fajeda taking that one in lightweight. Then we're going to move to the light heavyweight division, and this one's actually a short notice because Johnny Walker, I believe it was Johnny Walker, had to pull out. It's going to be Guskov, I can't say dude's first name. Guskov, who's a -315 favorite, 16-3, 4-1 in his last 5 versus Elikana, 7-1, 4-1 in the last 5, +355 dog, +250 dog, -315 favorite for Guskov. I think I have Guskov by TKO on this one. He throws those straight looping punches. They're odd to watch, but they're like straight looping punches, and I don't know what to say about it. It's crazy to watch, but I'm going to be interested in seeing how this one plays out. But I have Guskov by TKO on that one, which is going to move us in the heavyweight division, which this one all eyes are on. You have another Almeida, but this is Jailton Almeida, 23-3, 4-1 in the last 5. The one being Curtis Blades, catching him with the elbow during the takedown, versus Sergey the Polar Bear Spivak, +355 dog. 17-4, 4-1 in the last 5. I think that one was Volkov? Alexander Volkov, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I think it was Volkov, though. So, Almeida is one of the biggest favorites on this card at -460, but he's not a natural heavyweight. He's actually he actually fills out like a natural light heavyweight. So I am interested to see how he does against Spivak in this one, considering Spivak is the naturally bigger guy. Will his jiu-jitsu play out against Spivak's heavier wrestling is what I'm wondering. But I have Spivak by sub on that one, which is another upset for that card. Which brings us into the feature prelim, which is going to be bantamweight division. Breakout fucking prospect, I promise. Peyton Talbot, 9-0, 5-0 in his last 5. And he puts on these spectacular performances that don't last long as of yet. But he's taking on Barcelos, so that might change. Barcelos is seasoned, he's gritty, he's heart and chin as well. But he's not as technical and he's not as polished as Talbot, which is crazy because Talbot's just walking in the door. So, a -1280 for Peyton Talbot at 9-0, 18-5 for Barcelos, 3-2 in the last 5. +765 dog for Barcelos. Actually, everybody's taking Talbot by knockout on this one. I have Talbot by sub. I'm actually thinking Talbot's going to show us a different gear to his game, and we're going to get Peyton Talbot by sub on this one. Try it out. Which is going to move us into that main card of the evening, which is kind of wrapping us up for tonight for this video. Thank you for watching, and as always, if you're tuned in right now, like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for your support. Boom. Middleweight division, the people's main event. Kevin Holland versus RDR. 26-12 for Kevin Holland, which is crazy because Kevin Holland has almost just as many fights as John Jones and hasn't been here nowhere near as long. 26-12 for Holland, 2-3 in the last 5. -105 for Holland. RDR is 20-5, 4-1 his last 5. -105 for RDR. So this is a pick'em fight. RDR and Holland is a pick'em fight. So what I'm going to actually say is if Holland hurts RDR and RDR goes down, I believe Holland does the smart thing and welcomes him back to the feet every time, avoids the clinch situation and fights at range, and hits that snipe. Holland hits the snipe, finishes RDR. Stand-up TKO for Holland. That'll move us to the lightweight division. Beneil Dariush versus Money Moicano. +150 for Beneil Dariush, 22-6, 3-2 in his last 5, unfortunately, because he should have been fighting for that title. Moicano is -170. Favorite, 20-5 for Moicano, 4-1 his last 5. I'm actually taking Moicano by TKO because Beneil's really good defending on the ground even when he's hurt. And I just think Moicano's going to, like, similar to what he did to BSD, just ground and pound and TKO Dariush, because Dariush is, I don't think he's ready for the physicality and the athleticism of Moicano. He surprises people. He's got like that. He's a young guy that looks like an older man, so he's got like that strength that just surprises you. Which, okay, I got Moicano by sub on that one. Well, no, Moicano by KO on that one, which is going to move us into Yuri Prohashka, BJP versus Jamal Sweet Dreams Hill, light heavyweight division. Both of them racing to get back to Alex Pereira. Good luck to them in that nightmare scenario. Prohashka 30-5, minus 105. Hill 12-2, minus 110. I actually have Hill's a southpaw. He has good wrestling. He's been in there with Glover. He's been in there with Alex. On the other hand, BJP Prohashka, he's been in there with Poatan twice. You know, he just came out of there with Rakic. He's been in there with Reyes. Poatan's, BJP's been in there. Hill's been in there. They both knocked out Reyes. Like, I have, because of the awkwardness of how BJP fights, I have Prohashka by knockout, which is going to move us into the main event of the evening. Islam Makhachev versus Arman Tsarukyan, the two top dogs of the lightweight division. Minus 380 favorite for Islam, 26-1, 5-0 in the last 5, 3 plus 310 dog for Tysarukyan, 22-3, 5-0 in the last 5. I believe it is anyway. I actually have Tysarukyan pulling off the upset and decisioning Makhachev. So that's it for me. MMA Onk number 1. Mama, there goes that man. Oblique kick A. When something new is cracking, I will let you know. Until then, see you on the next one.